Welcome to Box Wine Therapy, where the wine is cheap and the therapy's priceless. We're two best friends, a couple of moms, and professional oversharers here to spill the wine and real life. I'm Kayla. I'm Hannah. Now let's get it started.
Welcome to Box Wine Therapy, everybody. Today we're coming to you with some life updates. Biggins.
What the health?
What the health? That title.
I know.
I'm like, let's
Not blow out their eardrums.
What the health? What the health, Hannah? Yeah, basically, what the health, Hannah? Oh, so one thing they don't tell you when you have kids is you can blow out all your organs.
I'm like, don't scare people.
When I gave birth to Lemmy, she got stuck in me for like 2.5 hours. It was a lot of like, if she doesn't move, we're going to have to emergency C-section and this over and over. Eventually we got her out. Neither one of my kids were over 8 pounds. They were like 7'10", 7'13". But I had issues when Lemmy first came out where in the middle of the night, if I was breastfeeding her and all of a sudden I had to poop, it was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to poop myself if I don't get there immediately. So I went to pelvic floor therapy and did the stuff, which if you don't know, they attach these little electrodes, like the heart checker electrodes, to right next to your butthole. And so you get them next to your butthole and then a few up here on your abdomen. And then there's a rose on the screen. And when you're supposed to clench your pelvic floor, like if you think you're doing Kegels right, you're not. I guarantee it. Because your whole butthole, everything should move when you do it. Oh, see? I'm like, if your butthole moves, I think you're doing a full one. If you were just trying to like clench your vajayjay, then it's not it. And some people do them wrong. Well, so you watch the rows open and close, and then you have to hold and then release and hold. And I'm doing it right now as we're talking. But yeah, so I did pelvic floor therapy to the point where I was able to hold it in again. And I went from a grade 3 of a prolapse down to like a grade 1, 2. So we were happy with that. Good job.
Good progress, yeah.
Well,
With how many sessions of pelvic floor therapy?
6.
Okay, well that's
Plus an
that seems too
extra
bad.
therapy at home.
Yeah.
With an app. And then I got pregnant again.
8 months after
8 months.
giving birth.
8 months postpartum, folks. That gives you a heart attack when you see those lines. And honestly, I'd gotten off birth control for 1 week.
Was it really?
1 week was all I was off birth control because I was gaining weight nonstop. And I told my doctor, listen, I know I quit breastfeeding, but I feel like I'm trying to cut back on my eating. I'm walking, I'm doing all the things, and I've put on 12 more pounds.
Ugh, so
I was
frustrating.
like, nothing's working. And she's like, well, since you want to have a baby within a year, like, can you guys just be careful? Of course, we're adults. We can be careful.
I remember when you got pregnant too, because you went on your honeymoon, wasn't it?
No. It was, so we went on our honeymoon and a few weeks later I got off birth control after, like 2 weeks after we got back.
Oh, okay.
And,
because you were a horn dog
Hannah. Oh yeah. And, Rusty and I, when we're having a good time, before you know it, it's like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Who cares? We won't get pregnant.
Send it. It's fine.
Full send. Got us 2 kids.
Yeah, she's like, it's fine. When you're on birth control, it'll take time before
Right.
you
I was
can
like, I
have
just
baby
got
again,
off
right?
birth control. I just got off.
It's probably still in my system.
Seriously. And then and I told Kayla, I said, because honestly, that's the other thing. I'd been having like 2 to 3 periods a month. Like,
oh yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
And so I was like, I was gaining weight, having 2 to 3 periods a month. And I was like, this is not working. Something's not working for me. And so when I told Kayla when we got back and I was like, oh God, I was so horny. And she was like, so you were ovulating and you guys just full sent it? And I was like, no, I just had a period like 2 weeks before, Kayla. And she's like, right. So you were ovulating. And I was like, no.
Like,
No.
it can't be.
I've had 2 periods this month. And she goes, I said, so it's not working right. She goes, that means you released 2 eggs. And I was like, ah. And then just probably 2 weeks later, it was 2 weeks later, all of a sudden I could smell somebody at Walmart from 40 feet away. And I was like,
that was my first sign too.
And my mouth tasted like copper.
Oh, yeah.
Like metal. And I was like, no.
Couldn't be.
No. And then when I could smell the guy in Walmart, I got home that night and I told Rusty, I said, we're going to have a glass of wine on the patio tonight. And he said, really? Why? And I said, because I might be pregnant. He goes, no way. You just got off birth control. I said, I could smell somebody from 40 feet away today, Rusty. And he's like, you would literally be like 2 weeks pregnant. I was like, I'm telling you.
Yep. And in the weird pregnancy world, you're 4 weeks.
Yeah, technically.
It's so bizarre. Yeah. I don't really understand the calculations, but whatever.
And so I took the test the next morning on a little cheapy stick, and I was like staring at it
I
because it
think
was
you
a
sent me,
5-minute.
yeah, you sent me that picture too, and you're like, you don't see anything, right? There's nothing there. And I'm like,
She's like,
yeah,
I see a little bit of a line. I was like, no, there's not.
It's there.
So then I was like, okay. So I grab a digital one. I had one digital one. Or no, it wasn't a digital, but it was a better one than the cheapy sticks. It was like a stick. And we were waiting for the 2 lines. And all of a sudden I pee on it. I set it up on the counter. Rusty and I are getting ready. And all of a sudden I see him staring. Staring. And I was like, what are you staring at? And he's like, there's 2. I was like, nope, there's not. And he goes, babe, that's pregnant. Your ego is pregnant.
Ooh, I got chills just thinking of it. Like, oh no.
I can't be. I just had a baby. I can't be pregnant. Like, you're pregnant. Can you feel my leg hairs?
Yeah, I hate the goosebumps.
I was like, but I just had a baby. And I cried. And he was like, we'll figure it out. I was like, will we? Because it doesn't feel like it. We don't even have one that sleeps through the night yet.
She's not even 1 yet.
Man.
Haven't even had her first birthday.
Oh, dude. That was a freaking roller coaster, let me tell you.
At least you know that you're done now. And
Thank God. Thank God. We looked at each other, and at first I hoped they were twins. Or I hoped Brooklyn was a twin. Mm-hmm. And then about 8 months into that pregnancy, Rusty said, aren't you freaking grateful it wasn't twins?
Could you imagine?
No. Not after. I've been home for 4 days with my kids. 4 days. Do you know how many times I've cried? Like 6. Granted, I just started my period today too, but holy shit balls. This ain't for the weak. And like Kayla, I've never claimed to say that like Kayla's job is any easier being a stay-at-home mom, but it always solidifies after I'm crying. Like, Kayla does this every day. Like 4 days. And I'm like, I want to go back to work. I don't want to do this.
You're like, I'm out.
So needless to say, it's been a weekend with my 2 so little kids. And they fight like teenagers right now too, so that doesn't help because then one's like hyper, the other one's screaming. It's just
and they feed off of each other too. I think because they're so close in age, and Lemmy's testing boundaries, so then Brooklyn is just copying her like, oh, getting a rise, let's try it out, let's see what it's like. So that's I feel like your situation is more challenging than mine.
Right now, yeah.
I accept the fact that stay-at-home mom job is not easy by any means, but it's a bit more difficult if I were to have your 2 kids. She goes, why won't you homeschool my kids? I'm like,
I know. I was like, Kayla, homeschool mine. You said you would. She's like, no,
thank you.
I'm like, what if we
love
lived
them
right next door? If we lived right next door and I paid you handsomely, come on, she would.
As long as we could clock in and out. You're going back home. It's 3:00. Bell's ringing.
I'll serve you a margarita every day at child pickup.
Now we might be talking. We've always dreamed about having houses that were connected by like a tunnel or something.
Or even a hallway.
I guess that's what I meant. Like, an above ground tunnel called a hallway.
I mean, fine. We would take literally the same neighborhood even. If we could just walk to each other's houses.
Oh my God. Our husbands would be so annoyed. They'd be like,
they'd hate us.
We'd probably have to end up having them be in one house and then we'd be in one house.
We have talked about that.
Yeah, I know.
Every time they're like, why don't you 2 just marry each other? Like, we've talked about it. So you guys...
It was in the plan, but you guys came along first.
Ruined it.
So.
But yeah, so kids are hard. Life's hard.
But it's also crazy too. What's so wild is, we said what the health, because Hannah has always felt like different health scare things are possible for her. And it's kind of like the nightmare has become a reality. And I don't know if you want to think of it that way, but now I just painted a picture for you.
Thanks for the positivity, Kayla.
Usually I push positivity, but
you know what? You live and then you die. That's life. We're all just here for a good time, not a long time.
Well, and the thing is too, on one hand, you've had a lot of times where everyone has said like, oh my gosh, you're just a hypochondriac. Yeah. But now you finally
try harder to get in shape, then your joints won't hurt so bad.
Yeah.
Or you're just tired because maybe you're eating the wrong foods.
Yeah.
Like, shut the up.
Hannah finally got a diagnosis that wraps together all of her health concerns that she's been dealing with for
since
decades.
11th grade.
Literally decades. And now the positive is that you got an answer, and so now you can go forward with life.
The negative is It's, once again, something that is incurable,
Yeah.
lasts a lifetime, and all you can do is pain management. So, great.
And
Cool.
you just want to roll your eyes because whenever doctors are like, okay, well, this is a really rare thing. And you're like, cool, add it to the list.
Right.
Just
Hello?
another one? Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. And you get to that point eventually where it's like, no, I can't have one more thing wrong with me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to. So I just won't accept it.
Yeah.
But
and then it won't happen, right?
so wrapping everything together.
Yeah.
Why I was talking about everything falls out after you have kids. So Lemmy got stuck. I had the prolapse stuff. Got pregnant right away. Had Brooklyn. Brooklyn did not get stuck. I think she was the one who was 7-13. But after Brooklyn, it got to a point where, and I always had like IBS-D with the diarrhea, and suddenly this year I'd been having, in the last month and a half especially, it got so bad, or like 2 months probably now, with constipation issues. And I was like, how do you just go from IBS-D to completely constipated, having to do enemas once a month? I have a pretty funny video, or once a week, of Kayla giving me an enema one night.
I was thrilled to do it.
She was happy to do it. It was sure strange. Trying not to giggle with a thing in your butt. It's a funny video. We
It
won't
is
show
funny.
it, but
Maybe.
it's what best friends are for.
If we get enough views.
Yeah, maybe if you sponsor us.
Yeah.
Maybe if we hit 1,000 friends.
We could open like a special page just for
enema
that.
views.
Yeah. And then you have to pay per view. Might be a new business idea.
So this is a bad thing to say, but joking about, like, somebody who would, I don't know. For every pig, there's a pig fucker.
Someone's into it out there.
Yeah, there's a nice way
sure.
to say, like, there's somebody for everyone. For every pig, there's a pig fucker. One of those East Texas terms.
Yeah, but also too, like, it's a curiosity thing because people have heard about enemas, but it's like, well, what is that really? And what does it look
Come
like?
on over, I'll show you.
One person giving it to another. It's not as perverted as it sounds like, or if you want it to be, it can be for $10.
We'll attach our memos. Or just ask DM.
Yeah.
Give us money, please. These mics cost money.
Yeah. How'd you make your money on your
How'd you guys suddenly blow up? Enemas. But anyway, so it got to the point where I was having such bad issues with my guts. And then also, because of that, I had like a heaviness and a swollen. I don't know how else to explain it other than saying it. At times, if I was super constipated or backed up, whatever, it would look like I had a testicle hanging out my vajayjay hole.
I thought she was just being dramatic, and then she showed me, and it was concerning.
I was like, things they don't tell you about having babies, what everybody's vagina looks like after. And Kayla's like, oh, that's not normal.
Yeah.
You need to see a doctor.
They don't look like that after having babies.
Really? Like I say, I mean, it goes back in, but like a lot of times, like,
you have to push it in.
Yeah. And to like finish pooping and whatever. She's like, no, that's not normal. And I was like, all right, cool. So she's like, yeah, you should probably take some pictures of it and show your doctor. I said, okay, cool. Guess I will. And
so that was in May.
Mm-hmm.
End of May.
Yeah. And I'd had issues like this for like a year. But like I said, the constipation wasn't always there. And sometimes even if it was diarrhea, not to be too gross, guys, but if it was diarrhea even, I would get that bulge. And I was like, I don't know. It's just weird. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then with that, and then I for the last year, I've had terrible abdominal pains. Like think your worst period cramp days. 3/4 of the month,
Oof.
like nonstop. And then lower back pains and stuff. So my brain was like, oh my gosh, I have colon cancer. Like, I bet there's a tumor in there stopping it. Like all this stuff. My brain, hypochondriac, goes to the worst. And
I mean, but all of the signs kind of point to that.
So I finally told my doctor, hey, I've got shit issues. And he giggled. And I said, can you please get me a referral for a GI? And he did. But I hadn't had it yet and kept getting closer and closer. And then finally, after I'd shown her another picture, she was like, Hannah, that's worse. Like, you need to get into a doctor. So I messaged my gyno and I was like, hey, my prolapse is like grade 4 now. I need to get in. And the nurse was like, who told you you have a prolapse? I wanted to be like, do you want to see the nut hanging out right now? Like, I can show you. Like,
did you send a picture?
No.
Oh.
I just told her, I said, I've been to the physical floor therapy, whatever you call it. And then the doctor that I saw who does the prolapse surgeries, my doctor was like, yeah, I'll just send you right over for her. I told her that about the nurse. And she was, so in her defense, When I saw 34-year-old with grade 4 prolapse or rectocele, I rolled my eyes. I thought, "Oh, everybody thinks their organs are falling out. Nobody's ever are." And she goes, "Yeah, your organs are falling out." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Cool, cool." And she's like, "But surgery is, like, a really big deal. If you're under 50, you will have it redone again no matter what. The way everything's prolapsed, you have a high risk of reprolapsing if they use the native tissue. You have a full-blown rectocele." And so she's like, "Y I can't do this for you." And she's like, "You're gonna need a hysterectomy. We'll leave your ovaries, and I'm gonna send you to this urogyne. She's out of Houston. If I were 34 and had to do all this, she does it laparoscopically, and that's who I'd see." I was like, "Okay, cool." So that's worse than I thought. So
Well, and especially because she said, like, if you get it done before 50, you'll absolutely have to have it redone. And it was also the fact of, like, when you get it done the second time, then you
major
can't,
complications.
yeah, like, you can't lift weights anymore, or your children, or your grandchildren. And to think of, like,
Being
well, god
34.
dang, what if I need to have it by 52? Like, for sure, there's a lot of life left where you're going to have those instances where you want to lift your grandchildren,
Or my own kids.
or move the furniture so you can rearrange a room or whatever. You know
Right.
what I mean? There's so many quality of life things that it's like was really scary for you to first find all this out.
And I had joined a rectocele group on Facebook, and most of these women are all older, but, there were people who were like, "Yeah, I've reprolapsed within or ripped and, like, re-rectoceled, reprolapsed within 6 months,
Oh
within
gosh.
6 years," with like, there's no telling how
Mhm.
long it's going to last for you. So I was like, "Okay, so either I'm on a life of laxatives and stool softeners in hopes that I can last 10 years with a pessary," which is this, like, thing, a rubber thing you put in you, and it's got a little sling to hold your bladder up, and I was like, "So either I do all that and I'm constantly on all these things for the next 10 years and still have the gut issues
Oh yeah,
and the
because your doctor
pain."
said like try to wait as long as possible to have the first surgery.
Right.
So Hannah was just supposed to live on like things to help her go and
Yeah, she told me 2 to
structurally
2 to
I
3
mean,
stool softeners a day and
yeah.
then, laxatives and then enemas as needed and stuff, and I was like, "Cool, cool." It's like
How
10 years of
miserable.
that? Yeah, like, that's fun. And so then I went to the Urogyne, and she was looking in there, and she's like, "Yeah, you need surgery, you can't live like this," and she's like, "Do you have a lot of pain?" I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, and then pain with sex and stuff," and I was like, "Yeah, I have a lot of pain," and she was like, "Yeah." She goes, "So I'm going to do the surgery." She goes, "You need it now." I said, "But I thought I can't get it now because it won't last." And she goes, "People who do it with native tissue shouldn't do it this young." But she goes, "I'm going to do mesh for reconstruction, and then I'm going to do a bladder sling and all the things." And because she also did a cath and found out my bladder wasn't emptying, um, which I figured because every time I, like, had to push to poop, all of a sudden it would, like, pee on my hand when I wasn't even trying to pee, and I was like, "What the hell?" And she got, like, a cup of pee out of me after, and so I was like, "Well, good thing I don't have a bladder infection."
Yeah.
And so she's like, "Yeah, I gotta do a bladder sling, all the things." She's like, "Your small intestine has prolapsed, your uterus is a full prolapse, your cervix is prolapsed." 'Cause, like, I can touch my cervix. And so she's like, "So I'm gonna cut out your cervix, your fallopian tubes, your uterus." She said, "We keep the ovaries because 1, I won't go into menopause early because I'll still have the hormones there, but your chance of heart problems goes up without your ovaries, and your chance of heart disease is already 1 in 4 as a woman, and if they remove that, it goes even higher, but if they keep the ovaries, you stay normal anyways." But and they've also found early signs. They're in early studies saying that women who've had their ovaries removed at a young age, like before 40s, have a higher risk of dementia, and she said
Oh,
that's in the early stages of the studies and everything, but she goes, "From what we're seeing, I don't wanna mess with that."
yeah.
And she goes, "And, your chance of ovarian cancer is 1 in 78." So she's like, "We like those chances better than the 1 in 4 for heart disease."
Mhm.
I was like, "Alright, sounds good." And then within 20 seconds of looking in there, she goes, "Have you been diagnosed with a connective tissue disorder?" And I said, "No." She goes, "Like Ehlers-Danlos syndrome," or however you say that, I'm probably saying it wrong, EDS is what we'll call it now, but, she goes, "I'm 99% sure you have it." She goes, "Because you have the organs and vagina of a 90-year-old woman right now." She goes, "I've not seen a 34-year-old with this." And I was like, "Cool, cool." So she was like, "Your front vagina is collapsing. Your back vagina is collapsing, like the walls. Um, all the other things have collapsed." And she's like, "You're not emptying, so I have to have a urodynamics test."
Mm,
Or Uro
sounds right.
yeah. where they check to see if it's like
To see the strength of your...
a problem with my structure
Yeah.
or a problem with just being prolapsed.
Mhm.
So I have to get a testing done for that, which will be in January. She wanted to do the surgery already, but I was like, no, I need to wait because for one, I'm terrified, and for two, I need to check my insurance and everything. So
Mhm.
we're going to do it probably in February. But she goes, oh, and then like we're worried about the rectum, all that stuff. So she's like, I'm also going to have you meet with a colorectal surgeon to see what he says. If he needs to do anything, he can do it at the same time I do my surgery. And she goes, I'm telling you right now, you are going to hate life and hate he and I for 3 weeks. And after 3 weeks, it'll start getting a little bit better. But she goes, you give me 3 weeks of excruciating pain, and I think I can give you 20 good years with this surgery. I was like, okay. I mean, if you can give me 20 years, she's like, 20 years of pain-free sex, 20
Woo!
years of no periods, 20 years of no abdominal pain from that. And I was like, damn. And
Such a
so,
better quality of life than what the first doctor had
yeah.
suggested, you know?
Well, because they didn't want me to do the mesh or anything, but she was like, no, if I use all that, I can give you the quality of life. And she's like, and you deserve that. You're 34. I was like,
And there's no, like, once you recover from
yeah.
surgery, no lifting restriction or anything, like, you'll be able to lift
After
kids?
8 weeks, I'll be able to lift kids.
Cool.
She said, because I was like, that's the scary thing is in
Yeah.
this rectocele group, everybody was saying that they reprolapsed and all this stuff, and they weren't allowed to garden. They weren't allowed to lift their kids. They
Mm.
weren't allowed to lift grandkids, anything after just the first surgery. And she was like, no, if I use the meshes and everything, and she goes, and they probably didn't have a Urogyne doing it. She goes, this is my job. I do this every single day. I'm trained in it. She goes, I promise you, if I'm not retired, you will see me in 20 years and we'll look at it then. So fingers crossed, she's as good as she says she is.
Yeah.
Seems like she will be.
Oh, yeah. If she's able to
Oh.
talk about her work like that, then she's gotta be really good.
Yeah. And she wasn't worried. And I told her, I said, literally, I've seen because she's like, do you have joint pain? I said, yes, since 11th grade. They've run all of the rheumatology, what's it called? Rheumatological arthritis. What is that? Rheumatoid.
Rheumatoid arthritis, yeah.
Rheumatoid arthritis.
But the rheumatologists
Yes.
were running the tests, yeah.
Everything. And I've been told, like, oh, you're too flexible. That's why you have joint pain. I'm like, well, then why aren't gymnasts sore all the time? Like, to the point of tears. Like, I can't sleep because my hips hurt so bad. After a round of golf, I'm out for a day. Just anything. And I know that when I push myself to this point while I'm building furniture or something, I'm going to be miserable tomorrow. But damn it, I'm going to get it done.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, it doesn't go away, right? It's for life. And she's like, it's for life. And there is no cure. And it just is what it is. And I said, well, that's about right. I was like, and I told my doctor the same thing too. I said, I understand that there is nothing I can do about it because I have 2 little kids. I work, all the things. I said, I don't get to change how I live my life. I don't get to take more breaks. I don't get to do any of that. So it is what it is. But at least to know
Yeah.
that I finally have a reason for my shit going on in life
Mhm.
and that it's been there all along. And so that part's nice. But then she said, okay, well, now I need you to get in with your doctor. And so you have to go to a geneticist if you want to know the exact types and whatnot of the type you have, which eventually I will do if I need to. Doesn't really do anything for me to know at this point, unless it's the vascular kind, which is the scariest kind because then you're at high risk for aneurysms, heart attacks, and strokes. And even with regular EDS, you're still at risk for higher risk of stroke and I think some aneurysms because it can stretch. Like it's like your muscles stretch too big and your joints and ligaments stretch too far, and that's why everything hurts or you have all these pains. But your arteries can stretch and you can have an aorta that is not correct or bent or however. I'll find out more. So she said, you need to go see them because I need you to get checked because if you have this kind, you need to be aware of it so you can look at what changes you need to make in your life because you would be at high risk for heart attack and stroke and all the things. Well, my grandpa had like 7 heart attacks and I think the 7th killed him at 72. So I'm like, what if he had it? Because it's a recessive trait gene, which would be my dad's side. There's ocular EDS, which my dad has terrible eyes. So I don't know. But
I don't know.
there's a whole bunch of shit that just got piled on me. So now I'm going to have a real, real, real big surgery. And, Kayla had her butthole taken out and sewed up and was the most painful thing she's ever done in her life. And I was like, I know we've always followed in each other's shoes, but this is not, I didn't want to follow you.
Yeah.
I like you following me. I don't know.
I didn't want that kind of
Ugh.
life event. Yeah.
Yeah. So
At least you'll have a positive outcome or like a better quality of life after this surgery, like mine was.
yeah.
It's really rough. But the nice thing too, we've been talking about it a lot lately too, is like what kind of things helped me with my surgery. Our surgeries are gonna be a bit different, but very similar as far as how painful it'll be in the
Yeah.
first few weeks and just the limitations that she'll have.
Mhm.
And so it's been nice for you to be able to ask me, like, "What do you think about this? What should I get for after surgery for this and that?"
Yeah. So she's
But
been through it.
yeah. It just sucks because, being a mom to young kids, you never feel like it's the right time to take care of yourself, but, like,
Right, I'm like 8 weeks, I can't hold my
yeah.
kids. Like,
But it's
Brooklyn is
such a
built for a
blip.
child.
It's a blip in the grand scheme of things, but it does. It sucks that it
And
has to happen to you now.
and I tell myself too, like, when I was pregnant with Brooklyn and I was so sick and all the things, I would just lay on the floor and let Lemmy play around me because
Mhm.
I was so tired and so sick. And so I'm like, "You know what? Lemmy doesn't remember that.
Yeah.
They're not gonna remember this." Lemmy might have some recollection, I guess, but
Yeah.
Brooklyn's not gonna remember that I couldn't hold her for 8 weeks.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
it's not gonna affect them as much as it affects me, I don't think, hopefully.
Right, because especially too, it's not like they're not gonna be held by anybody. Like, they'll
Right.
still have Rusty, they'll still have whoever's coming to help you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
And Kayla was
it won't
like,
be as noticeable.
you're gonna need way more help than you think you will. Sure, you're not gonna be able to sit up without help or move your feet off the
Or
bed
go to the
without help."
bathroom,
Yeah, she's like,
like,
"You're gonna need somebody
you'll need
carrying
someone to
you."
hang on to as you're, like, hobbling there.
Yeah.
At least for the first week, you know what I mean? Like, the really, really rough part, that's the most important is having somebody there for that part, and then, like, it just is nice the longer that you can have help with someone making food for you, bringing it to you, letting your body fully recover in those first
Just
3
hard
weeks.
for me.
Yeah, like, don't
Even
try
when I
to
have the flu, I will try to, like, get up and do
yeah,
dishes
yeah,
or do a load of laundry. Kayla's like, "You won't.
no,
You will not be able to do that."
and just, like yeah, just don't because the longer that you can heal the first time correctly, then it, like, shortens your actual length of recovery.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if you keep trying to do stuff on week 1 or 2,
It's gonna
then
screw me over.
yeah, then you'll have, like, 4 or 5 weeks of recovery, and that sucks.
Yeah.
So just don't do it.
And, the other thing we said, which is my silver lining that I'm looking at out of this is, with EDS making me higher risk for stroke, and then even if it's not the vascular one, I'm still higher risk for strokes and stuff. But I'm always the type that's like, "Oh, it doesn't hurt that bad. I'll suck it up, and I'll maybe if it still hurts in 3 hours, or maybe if I still feel weird tomorrow, I'll go to the doctor or whatever." Like, I'll go, but I'm gonna wait a while
Mhm,
because I don't want anybody to think I'm a hypochondriac or I'm just making things up. And I said, maybe this is like the thing that saves my life one day as far
mhm,
as what if I'm 36 and think I'm having a heart attack or think I'm having a stroke. I'm not going to sit at home and be like, it can't be. I bet I just sat funny and that's why my arm's going numb. And,
mhm.
I'll be like, oh, I need to go to the ER right now because I think I'm having a stroke. And I'll listen the first time.
Yeah, and also just so you know, women have different
I know.
heart attack symptoms than men. It's not always gonna be like the elephant on your chest pain. It can be like your jaw hurts. Yeah.
Oh, and that's the other thing. When she
Yeah.
was looking at my hoo-ha and I was like, she's like, "Yeah, it's a joint disorder, connective tissue." I said, "Is that why my jaw has been falling out of place for a month?" Like 3 times a day I had to look up how to reset your jaw on
Ugh,
TikTok because my jaw's been falling out, and I have to keep shoving it back in place,
that's
and
wild.
my teeth have been crooked and off, and that's why I saw that TMJ specialist for the massage and all the things, but now I learned how to, like, set it back myself. But
Ugh,
yeah, and she goes, "Yeah, that would be why your jaw's falling out of place." I'm like, "All these things, you guys." I literally almost saw an orthopedic surgeon, and then
for
I
your
canceled
hip?
it because I got my orthotic shoes, so I was fine.
Yeah.
But I'm like, "All of this?" And I said, "Oh," because she was explaining how, like, yeah, when your uterus is fully prolapsed, it's fallen off, like, instead of your muscles holding it up back here, it's fallen down. Let me tell you, have period cramps when your uterus is crumpled. It's fun.
Ooh.
Um, but I said, "Oh, is that why my back hurts so bad in the morning? Like my low back, if I sleep on my stomach too long, like I had to get rid of, I had a nice mattress pad, like a foam one. And eventually, like this year, my hips started hurting so bad, my back started hurting so bad. I was like, damn, I'm just getting old and got rid of that. Now, even on our firm mattress, when I'm sleeping on my stomach too long and I get up in the morning, not only will like my arms be asleep sometimes or my legs fall asleep from how I'm sleeping. That's why I toss and turn so much. But my low back and my hips hurt so bad that it's like my legs will give out if I even just lean too far to one side. I
Ooh.
can't pick up the kids. I can't bend over to pick anything up. I have to like set myself on the furniture and it'll be a whole day of that. And she goes,
Wow.
no, that's not from your pelvic floor stuff. That is the Ehlers-Danlos. And she goes, "It's your connective tissues are separating. So then when you finally go to stand up, everything's trying to come back together to hold your body up." And I was like, well, that makes sense.
That's wild.
And they call it like glass feet. Like sometimes in the mornings when I get up,
Ooh.
especially end of pregnancy with Lemmy through a little bit of postpartum and then a little bit with Brooklyn. And then some days it's just random. I'll get the glass feet thing, it's called, where like you go to stand up and you feel like you can't put weight on your feet because it feels like your bones are falling apart. Like there's
Ooh.
glass under your feet.
Wow.
Yeah. All these things, sleep problems,
Mhm.
you name it. I've had it all. And
Yeah.
nobody's ever been able to diagnose me. And luckily I have a doctor right now who's always believed me. That's why I drive so far to see him, because he's been phenomenal. He's listened to everything and like, yep, I'll get you in with this person. Let me get an x-ray of this. Like, believes me 100%. And I'm like, it's so nice. So when I told him about this, he's like, everything's making so much sense. Like your labs are always borderline too high on like your globulins and things like that. And he's like, but not high enough to do anything about. And oh yeah, and you're hypermobile and this and this. And I was like, yeah. I said, literally, this lady looked at my vagina for 20 seconds and diagnosed me with 20 years of my problems. And he bust out laughing. I'm like, sorry, I know you weren't going to look in there, but I'm like, she figured it out 20 seconds in.
Yeah.
Like, do you know how frustrating that is?
And he told you too that he doesn't really know much about it.
Yeah. He's
Which
like,
is great. I think that's the best thing if a doctor can say like,
just be honest.
yeah,
Like,
totally.
I'll look into it with you. I'll
Mhm.
find you somebody. He's like, I mean, you'd have to see a geneticist, but like, there's not a ton I can do other than we can get you in. So I have a cardiologist appointment this week and an echocardiogram to get in, because I also have weird things going on with my heart rate, which doctor over here,
No.
she has a master's in cardiac rehab.
Oh my gosh.
And so I always call her a doctor. So I like send her.
But I'm out of practice by like, I don't know, 10 years, 12 years.
You know enough. You know enough to be dangerous. So I send her my like heart rates from my ring that I wear. And I was like, hey, is this normal that my heart rate goes up to like 140 while
Goes
I'm
from
sitting at my desk?
60 to 140 and she's just sitting there.
And my sleep level is like 72 to 82
Mhm.
is like my at rest, dead asleep one. Sometimes in the middle of the night, if I have a bad dream, it'll shoot up to 140. But most of the time I will be sitting at my desk and somehow it's like down to 60. And then an hour later, it's a 140.
And not only that, but you also feel the symptoms too of being like kind of like lightheaded.
Yeah. Or I feel heart palpitations and stuff. So, you know, we're going to get it looked at. We're going to get checked. But yeah, stressful shit, guys.
Lots of
Especially
things. Yeah.
because I am the type that literally was so scared that I was going to die when I got my wisdom teeth out from being put under that I made my mom take off work to be there because I thought I was not going to make it.
Well, you were in your 20s, weren't you, when you had that done?
But imagine how I feel now that I
Yeah.
have children and a husband and I'm going to be put under. I
Mhm.
don't like that.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'll be able to. Hopefully I don't have a heart thing, so she'd be able to. But I'm going to tell my doctor, like, listen, I thought I was going to die by having wisdom teeth removed. I need some type of Valium or something
yeah.
day of. Can they give me? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm going to be like,
That's quite common,
anesthesia
actually.
ain't going to work if I'm like,
Oh, right.
I know
yeah.
it'll work, but you know what I mean?
I think that I even had something. No, I know I did.
Oh, okay.
Even before my Barbie butt surgery, when they're in the prep room, before they do anesthesia or anything like that, they gave me
Sedative type thing.
yeah, it's great.
Good. I need it.
Oh, that was nice. Yeah, I'm remembering that now.
Because I'm like, Rusty got one for his vasectomy.
100%.
Bitch, you better give me one.
100% you'll get one. Especially, I mean, definitely bring it up and say like how you're feeling
Oh,
about
yeah.
it all too.
And
but
also,
I'm pretty sure they would just do it anyway.
my kind of anxiety is I catastrophize.
Mhm.
So like, I've already pictured my funeral. As terrible as that is, like, I catastrophize.
I
like,
mean, hopefully it's like 50 years from now, 60 years.
no, but I'm saying like I picture the worst that
Oh,
could
like you can
possibly
picture
happen
it.
in everything.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so it's like I may be handling it fine right now with jokes and humor,
Yeah.
but the week of, it's not
Yeah.
gonna be good.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna be like,
totally.
I'm a freaking mess. And
Yeah.
You need to give me something. I'm nuts.
yeah.
Ugh. So that's my crazy life.
Oof.
Fun stuff. Did you know your organs could fall out at 34?
But not just from having babies.
No.
The whole point of all of this is that she got this diagnosis, which is the reason that that's happening. So did you join any sort of support group or anything once you got your diagnosis? Or find any
Yeah, I have.
people to relate to?
I've joined a few groups, but
Oh, you said you found, was it TikToks on it?
yep, some TikToks. And I've joined a few groups, but you know, it's just
Are they all the Debbie Downers?
yes, I was gonna say
Sometimes it's harder to be part of those.
I've
like, right?
I've muted them or like
yeah.
I'm a part of it, so if I want to ask a question, I can.
Mm-hmm.
But so many are just like, my life is terrible and ruined, and this is, and in my head,
Yeah.
I'm like, quit being a baby.
Yeah.
Like, and
Like, because this is your life.
you have to live with it.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
And
Like,
the mindset is everything, which we've always said. And it's so if you want a
So
better
I know
life,
that sounds
just
terrible to say, quit being a baby. I'm not like, obviously,
no, I think that's appropriate.
like, but it's like,
But it's so true.
I don't get the luxury to, and not luxury, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of things that I'm going to say wrong here, but in my mind, it's like, because I know one day I could be on disability for this. I could, like, most people are in wheelchairs by a certain age
Oh,
with
really?
this.
Oh,
A lot of
oh,
people.
yeah, because your connective tissue just
Yeah.
kind of
So
gives
it's
that.
like, but in my mind, and maybe they found out later in life or
Yeah.
once it was too late to do much about it. But in my mind, it helps me be like, okay, I want to go to the gym and and I can't lift heavy. I can't do high intensive sports, whatever, because I'm prone to injuries more, but I can keep myself fit. I can keep
Mhm.
myself going. I can continue the healthy lifestyle.
Mhm.
And instead of feeling like, "Oh, I have to keep my weight off."
Right.
Like, which by
You
the way,
want to.
I've lost 18 pounds.
Oh, hey, that's
And when we
great.
started this thing, I was at 11. So,
Hey.
but I feel like I want to do this so that I hopefully give myself
Yeah.
10 more good years of joints
Yeah.
and whatever, or by whatever age most people's go bad. So I'm not trying to sound unsympathetic to anybody who has it much, much worse than I do or anything like that. But in my mind, if I don't have the right to go lay down and just let it be what it is right now, then damn it, we're all going to live life.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yep.
it's kind of the mindset you have to have. Is like, well,
Totally.
do I get to do anything about it? No. All I can do is try to live better.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Am I going to have days that suck that I'm going to cry and bitch and moan? Yes. Yes, I am. But then the next day, we're going to pick ourselves up by our bootstraps because damn it, we have grit and there's nothing else you can do about it.
Yeah.
Why do I say you live and then you die? We're all just living to die. So it is what it is.
Yep.
There's my positive
It's so
attitude.
morbid, but also it is true. So I mean,
Yeah.
you take
Nobody
take
makes
what you
it out
got.
alive.
Yeah. Which is
Crazy.
kind of a shock.
Right?
To
I'm like, doesn't
a
that
lot of
shock you
people,
to say that?
you know?
You can do all you want, but nobody ever makes it out alive.
I know.
It's crazy.
It really makes so actually I should ask you this too though. Do you feel like there are things that you worried about before this diagnosis? Like if it's like little day-to-day stuff that would stress you out, like do you feel like, okay, well now I just don't care as much about that kind of stuff? Or do you still feel like you're
I feel like a lot
the
of that
same?
changed for me way back when I was going through my stepdad dying from dementia.
Mm,
Some people would try to complain to me about silly things going on at their work. And like,
mhm.
I understand that that's a big deal to you in the moment. But to me, it's like, yeah, I'm dealing with my stepdad dying. So
Yeah.
I can't relate.
Yeah.
So that was a big change in my life where I was like, so many things don't matter.
Yeah.
Why do we fight about this with people? It doesn't matter. Why do we care so much about this? It doesn't matter. So I think I really got to that at that point a few years ago.
Yeah.
And as of right now, the things that still stress me out just are going to stress me out because that's
Yeah.
just how I am.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know, sometimes it's an age thing, but I think a lot of it is an experience thing or what you go through in
Mhm.
life cuz man, I'm about to be 35 and I feel like just now I've started a little bit less caring what other people think or whatever. Or I go through spurts where
Yeah.
I'm like, "Ooh, I don't care." And then the next month I'm crying because someone said that your shirt was ugly or something. I'm like, how could they think that? One person hated my shirt. And so I'm going to just throw away my whole closet.
Kayla and I have
Get a
talked
new
about
one.
when we get real big and we get all these followers, which fuck, are we not at 500 followers for at least right now? Come on, folks. Start telling all your friends to like us. Tell your mom to like us. Go if your spouse has a iPad or something.
Go follow us through their
Yeah,
account.
I go on Rusty's all the time and like our shit, okay? So if you're like, wow, her husband's so supportive, like he don't know he's doing it. I am. Like, because it helps the algorithm. So get on there, everybody. You can do it. Help us out. But I'm like, one day when we're real big and we're getting all these comments, Kayla can't read them.
Yeah, nope.
She's
And
like,
honestly, that's why I don't even. She's like, "Oh, did you see we got a message from so and so?" And I'm like, honestly, I don't.
she goes,
I don't even read
look."
them.
I'm like,
Nope.
oh, it was nice. It was a good one.
They're usually always nice.
Yeah, we
which
haven't
is
had a
good.
bad one.
Yeah.
We don't have enough people to have
Yeah.
a bad one.
Yeah.
But you know what? Then I remind myself, we aren't doing this for you bitches. I'm kidding. We're doing this for us because
Yeah.
we like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it'd be nice to monetize, especially with these $100,000 surgeries we're having, guys.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a
Kayla
reality check when she was like trying to figure out what insurance plan to go with and was like, well, I mean, if I have to pay 10% or whatever it is, like it might only be, what'd you say? It was like, maybe like $6,000.
Yeah, but I was still like, I don't just have $6,000 laying around that I want to throw at a surgery right now.
Yeah. And I said, well, I mean, mine was $125,000.
And I swallowed hard and said, what? I heard you wrong. I thought you Like you
Yeah.
said, $125,000. She's like, I did.
Yep.
I was like, what the?
But
what's wrong?
luckily, with insurance, I didn't have to pay $125,000. So
Well, my
that's
insurance
good.
sucks, so I probably will. So there's that. So we need to monetize, folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please.
Get.
You want to support us?
I'm like, who could sponsor? Maybe the hospital that you're having it done at, and then we can give them good press. You know what I mean?
Yeah, talk them up.
Yeah.
We need like a drug company to rep us.
Yeah.
Give me all the goods.
Hey, they make bank apparently, so
Apparently.
yeah. Maybe we need to come up with our own drug.
How are we going to do that?
I don't know, but people make things all the time, so.
What's that show? Breaking Bad?
If only, I mean, he never got away with it in the end anyway, so
Call
I guess.
me Hannah White.
Hannah White.
I never watched the whole thing.
Yeah.
I just watched clips.
I don't think,
watches it.
It was kind of a boring show, honestly, and so I just kind of checked in as it was going on throughout it. But I'm pretty sure he doesn't get away with it in the end. He either dies or gets locked up. I don't know.
He had cancer. And I think he died of cancer.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't care.
Yeah, Rusty watched it all. He like rewatches shows like once a year, 2 years. So I've seen a few episodes a few times.
I don't have enough.
I don't know what's going on.
I mean, you know what though? So in real life or whatever, I've always thought like I would be the most unexpected mob wife or like gangster.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Could you imagine me being like, hey, I own this flower shop, but really we've got.
You're kind of a terrible liar.
I know. Could you imagine?
No.
But also too, because you think that maybe I'm not or something. I don't know. Anyway.
Your spouse would just have to lie to you constantly, so you would go to bat for him.
Yeah.
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 When I was in high school, the first time I saw the movie Blow, gosh, I wanted to be.
Who's in that one?
Johnny Depp. He's the
Yeah.
cartel coke
Wasn't
dealer.
that the one where he like that? It was the career making movie for him.
No, he's been in stuff for a lot of years before that. But it was a big one. I mean, Penelope Cruz, that might have been her.
Yeah.
Her breakout. But dude, I wanted to be a coke dealer so bad. After that, I was like, cool. I could do it.
Now, was this the one where it was? Oh, like in Miami or over in Europe, or there was some movie where
it's like Miami, but then he goes back. He's a cartel leader in like Colombia, I think. So he goes back to get the coke and stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one. That. And then, was it last year or the year before? Griselda came out.
Yeah.
Did you watch it? Oh yeah.
Yes. That
my gosh.
Good.
If you have not watched Griselda, Sofia Vergara, she plays Griselda. So they like ugly her up a little bit. Holy crap! It is such a good show.
Yeah.
That was another one that I looked at Rusty. I said, I need to be a drug dealer. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, what was it? Cocaine that she did too? Or
yeah, cocaine, because she's like trying to make a better life for her family. And then she finally gets like
it was Miami again too, right?
Yeah, she left Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
She left her like cartel husband.
Colombia and Miami.
Took her kids to Miami to try to make a better life and get away from it.
Yeah.
She brought one brick that she stole from them, one brick of cocaine left. And my favorite scene of the whole show, I'm not even giving anything away. She goes to make a drug deal because she's like, fuck it, I could do this. And she goes to make a drug deal. And a guy comes and steals the brick out of her car. And she figures out who it is. She shows up, beats him with a bat up. And he's like, don't steal my cocaine. Whah, whah. Gets it back. And she's like, basically, I'm that bitch, baby. Oh, and I was like,
and then she created a legacy.
Women's empowerment. She was the biggest woman cartel leader ever. It said that Pablo Escobar, who's like the biggest, said, I've met a lot of people in my life, and the only woman I've ever been afraid of, her name's Griselda, or whatever the quote is. But man, I got goosebumps.
I know, me too.
Like, you want to feel empowered AF? Watch that show. You'll be like, I need to go start a business.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so
like
good.
I don't know any connections, but
I kind of want to rewatch it now. It was so good.
I don't think I ever finished it actually.
Oh, you need to.
Yeah.
Because it's a true story, guys. Oh, speaking of true stories.
It is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
No, what's funny is I hate fiction books. I started a new book.
Okay.
It's the life of... No. My brain's going Charlton Heston, and it's not Charlton Heston. It's, from The Crown, Prime Minister.
I never watched that. I know. I hear it's great, though, so...
Oh, my gosh. Now I gotta look.
Yeah.
Dang it. Oh, man. Can you Google? Yep.
I'm on airplane mode. Did you also know... Oh, I'm not. I wasn't. Okay. Rick Ross apparently is not the rapper. Rick Ross stole the name from. I'm gonna F it up now. Oh yeah, the rapper Rick Ross.
Winston Churchill.
There you go. Wait, okay, what? The Life of Winston Churchill?
Yeah.
But it's like a fabricated story?
No, it's not one of his autobiographies that he wrote himself, but it's from his journals and stuff and from other people's like actual accounts of him and like fact checked between his family members and stuff like that. Holy crap, it's so good.
Really?
And the stories are so good. And like
Ooh.
he wanted to get into some shit in war, so he would like purposefully go to places where wars were happening and just like jump right in, like put me in, coach.
Wow,
And,
that's
like,
crazy.
Yeah, there's so many crazy stories. And his parents were awful, awful, awful people who
Really?
did not love him, and he was just begging to be loved. And
Mm.
he knew he was going to be a war leader and all these things like from a young age.
If you don't get love, war.
But he also is known to cry a lot. He was one of the most
really?
sensitive prime ministers
Really?
that showed his emotions. Yeah, so just real cool. Anyway, if you're looking for a good book, Google it or ask me
Cool.
because I don't remember what the exact name is because my phone's in the other room. But it's something about Winston Churchill and his
Cool.
life.
I'm currently reading Martha Stewart's handbook of how to fix anything in your home, and it's amazing.
Wow,
I've been on a whole kick. She has so many books, and I actually have 2 on my Christmas wish list. One is the Homemaker's Bible, pretty much, and it's like this thick.
I love Martha.
Oh, me too! And I don't care. People rip on her all the time, but I like her.
Rip on her for what? There ain't nothing to rip on her.
Apparently, she's not that, like, loving.
Nice?
Yeah,
Who
but, like,
cares?
who cares?
She's a bad bitch.
Yeah.
She didn't make her millions by being sweet to people.
Yeah.
She had to claw her way to the top, folks.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
her documentary was so good too. Have you watched her documentary?
No.
She has a documentary on Netflix.
Okay, cool. I want to watch it.
So good.
Her books are amazing, so I'm
You
I'm
need to
thrilled.
watch the documentary. And then seeing her on Sports Illustrated at 80, hell
Sweet.
you've not
No, I didn't know
Google
that
it
either.
right now. You need to
Okay.
see
The
Martha Stewart Sports Illustrated covers
she has this
from last
like
year.
she has this organizing book, and I'm 4th in queue in the library right now for it. It's sold out till January on Amazon. Like everyone is like, this is the book because it literally goes through the whole year and says like, this is what you should be doing in
I thought you had
January.
a library card.
Oh, I know.
You said they were free the other day, and I was like, are they really?
I know, right? I thought you for sure had to pay. Nope.
It's not like $15 once.
Nope.
Wow.
I swear our Cambridge
Yeah,
library
it was like $15.
I'm
Hey,
pretty
it's
sure.
$15, but
Or, like,
still.
maybe it was like 5.
Okay, Martha Stewart.
See, remember when I said I can't text and say something the same? Sports Illustrated.
Hot. Sports Illustrated cover. Oh, there.
Oh, wow. She's 8.
Dude. If I could look like her now, that'd be cool.
No kidding. I mean, gosh. Her skincare routine.
Oh, she just came out with the skincare line. She was like, oh, me?
Martha.
Figured I should. I was like, hell yeah, girl.
She has everything, and I love it. Honestly, I've learned so much from her book already.
And you'll learn in the documentary about how it was. And now I'm pretty sure they said it was super unfair that she went to jail because all this, she got caught. Like, I think
It was insider trading, but also they could never prove it.
right. And
So
that's what it was. Because I'm like, no, I want to say the things that I heard about it was like,
Mhm.
no, once you watch this documentary, they'll see like they basically just like threw the book at her because she was a successful female, whatever.
Mhm. yeah.
And yeah. And
Good
I don't-
for
I don't
her
remember it
for
all.
like
She freaking went to jail.
and bounced back.
And
I mean,
she
a lot of
taught
people would be
women
like,
things
"Oh,
in
that
jail.
yeah, that's
She
cool.
said she started teaching classes because these
Cool.
women needed to learn these things.
That's amazing."
Let's all be like Martha. Although
Honestly.
prison sounds terrifying.
I mean, I want to go to prison.
no, I'm really interested in jail stuff.
Oh, I love watching
Jail.
those shows.
What about like jail TikTok? The girls who come out of
Ye-
jail and talk.
Yes,
Like the one
They're
girl.
like, "This is how I did my
I want
mascara."
to say her name is like Sarah or something. She's so sweet and she talks
Yeah.
like this. Her, yeah,
Yep.
she talks about how we would burn the edge of this to make our makeup.
Yep.
And then sometimes she'll make little things and she'll be like, I'm gonna show you how to make this dessert we made in
Yep.
jail.
Oh, I
love
love her.
I love her.
I love her. I love those shows
like,
where it's like
60
either
days in.
Yes.
Oh, 60 days in.
why do women like that stuff?
I don't know, but I'd be terrified
I think
if I
it's
ever
like
went
the
there.
psychology behind it or whatever. I'm like, why are you in there? What did
And
you
how
do?
do you survive it? 'Cause
Yeah.
everybody gets shanked.
Right.
Crazy.
Or maybe they don't. You become someone's lover or a fighter probably in jail. I don't know. I'd probably be the lover.
I was just gonna say, what would you be, a lover or a fighter?
I'd be the lover.
I'd be both.
It's okay. Yeah, you would. I would just be like, I'm the not dominant. one, but what's the other? Submissive. I'm submissive to everyone.
Yep. If you need it. Okay. You want my commissary? Take it. I don't need it. It's cool.
It's fine.
Good.
I'll survive off water.
The Chrisleys, you know how they were in jail? I was listening to podcasts, and Todd was like, he goes, I had cell phones. I had...
in jail?
Yeah, and he goes, all I had to do was pay the guards and they would go pick up Chick-fil-A for us and all this stuff. And Julie was like, yeah, I didn't have any of that on my side. And he goes, but here's the thing. He's like, what did you say? She goes, women snitch on each other. So she goes, men, that whole side knew that like they all get a lot more out of this situation.
If you work together.
If they work together and they aren't snitches.
Yep.
She said, it's sad that even in jail, women can't just work together.
Yep.
Everybody's terrified that somebody's going to snitch on you, and everybody does snitch on you, so nobody does anything bad.
Yeah.
Where the guys, she's like, apparently they had cell phones, they had parties, they had all the things.
I've heard of it and kind of seen some clips where people like are in jail, but they're on TikTok, and I'm like, how did you do that?
Because they get a cell phone.
That's crazy.
And they're not supposed to have one, but they got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. Anyways.
We covered it all today.
Yeah. Running the gamut. All the emotions from here to here to here to here to here. That's what we like.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Well, what can we ask our people?
Can you go on your mom's account and follow us, please?
Sounds so like,
hold on. This will be our TikTok clip. Our real clip. Hey, you. Hey, you. Yeah. Follow us, please.
Please.
Go on your boyfriend's account. Follow us. Go on your girlfriend's account. Follow us. Help us out, please.
Make a fake account. Follow us.
Follow us. Just follow us. Comment on our shit. Like us.
You know what is better than anything, though, is interaction versus, like, the number of followers.
Yeah, that's true. You could interact with us, too. But just, like, help us out, people, because we're doing this because we like to. We like to share our hearts with you. But everything's better with some green dollars to it, you know?
You want to monetize.
I mean, I bought a lot of shit for this.
Yeah,
and
she really did.
It'd be nice. Get a little money back at some point. I know it doesn't happen overnight. We're going to keep going. And just so you know, in case you think like, oh, they'll go away soon. No, we won't. No, we won't.
Please go
because
away.
I told Kayla when we started, I said, we're giving it a year. 1 year. So there you have it.
And they usually say it's like, 21 days to a habit or however many times of doing something to become a habit. So after a year, it'll just be ingrained.
And then we'll just keep going.
Yeah.
So you might as well join the train. Come on. Join the train. Jump on the train.
Join the train.
We are that kind of friends.
All right. Well, on that note, from our chaos to yours.
You're doing better than you think you are, and you're probably funnier too.
Bye.